talking about right now. Should we worry about Alvin Kamara? Let's put the A in his name on screen here. Alvin Kamara. The answer is yeah. We all need to be a little worried about Alvin Kamara. Taysom Hill, now under center, obviously absorbs and pun intended on Turkey Day week. He's gonna gobble up a little bit of the rushing yards and the rushing TDs. But what could be, I'm not saying it is alarming. I'm not saying we sound the bell. Where's my bell? I'm not saying we sound the bell yet. The panic bell. Which I think I need to put up, and we'll call it the panic bell going forward. But the thing that worries me a little bit about Alvin Kamara isn't just that he could have some gobbled up vultured TDs, gobbled up and vultured rushing yards, but then you dial back the passing that he needs. He's not a 1,300 yard rusher. He is a guy that gets you 900,000 yards, somewhere around the 1,000 yard mark. He's a 100 reception receiver. And so it really worries me. It really worries me that not only will he have some of the rushing TDs and yards taken away from him, but we don't know where he stands in Taysom Hill's pecking order and how much of it was scripted. How much was Alvin Kamara just game scripted out, random? Taysom's getting his feet under him, figuring out the offense. He looked good. He was efficient. But I am a little worried. But how worried am I? Let me at least put it this way. Even with the concern, the look of concern on my face right now, because Alvin Kamara was the clear number 1 overall player moving forward for weeks 11 on. I still feel like there's more risk in over worrying about Alvin Kamara than under worrying about Alvin Kamara. If you under worry, I think you're safer than over worrying. Zach Barlow has a super chat. Thank you, Zach. Zach has 2.
Thank you for the super chat. Do you not have another?
He already super chatted twice, computer. Okay? Computer, are we worried about Alvin Kamara?
Here's something I found on the web. According to NoiseCreek.com, Kamara vocalist Mark Hunter has been
computer, stop. Computer, stop. Computer. Alvin Kamara.
Thanks for the feedback.
God, I gotta let her go. She's had a whole season to get right, and she can't handle the simplest task. Like, computer, order toilet paper.
A top result is Amazon Commercial Ultra Plus toilet paper. 400 sheets per roll, 80 rolls. It's $47.99. Find delivery details at Amazon. You can say,
computer,
buy it.
Stop. Good Lord. Okay, Zachary wants to know Kamara for Derrick Henry straight up. That's a deal I can get behind. I don't want you all going out and selling Kamara cheap. Don't do it. But that's good. You know why? Because going forward, I rank Henry above Kamara. So, Zachary, you're putting it to him, bro. I have Cook number 1 for week 12 on. Now, Dynasty, I still have Kamara in the top 2. But redraft, go forward, week 12 on. My ranking is as such. Actually, let's go to the marker board. We're going to the board. Here's what we have. And I'm going to erase this mock draft that I did. You guys can see this mock draft on my YouTube channel. On the shorts, the YouTube short that I did. Redraft. Number 1. We'll write this real big for all you blind people. And I'm stepping on screws because I'm still messing with the office here. All right. Cook. You cannot argue. I don't think you can argue this. If you want to argue this in the comments, please do so. How can you argue this? Cook going forward is the number 1 overall player. Now that there's questions about Kamara and Taysom Hill taking a lot of his work and then maybe not throwing to him, which Kamara needs receptions to survive. That's like me getting Coca-Cola. How am I supposed to do a live stream if you take away my soda? Cook's got to be 1. Christian McCaffrey probably is not coming back. I hate to burst all of your bubbles, but they have a bye week in week 13. There's already some vague, cryptic reports out there, coaching comments. We're going to take Kamara on a week-to-week basis. Do you say that about a player that's playing week 12? No, you don't. So Kamara, he's sitting week 12 in my opinion, unless some miracle happens. He has a bye in week 13, and depending how things look for the Panthers, he might come back in week 14. You can't put CMC here, not in redraft. So who's the next guy? It's Derrick Henry. It's King Henry. I don't know if this is going to work out. It's King Henry. King Henry is your number 2 overall player. We got another super chat in the house. Zachary, do that trade. Do it live. Another super chat from Jason. Thank you, Jason, for the super chat. I'll come back and answer as many questions as I can. Don't worry, I'm heading back to the desk after this. Trade. Jason wants to know. Jason, thanks for the super chat.
May I have another?
Jason wants to know, trade D-Hop for A.J. Brown and Carson. Depending on your depth, Jason. Sorry, Jason. Depending on your depth, I mean, I guess I would consider your running back situation, but I don't trust Chris Carson. I don't know why everybody does. I'm getting so much heat for my YouTube short. I'm trying to give back to you people and post these short videos so you get more the fantasy football show. Sorry, Mike Thomas. I'm trying to give you as much content as possible. I did a 1-minute mock draft, which I sped through because, as you can tell, I'm talking really fast. And Miles Sanders, God forbid, was not inside my top 24. I contemplated him. I contemplated taking him like in this 23 to 28 range. I had a list of like 7 players. Thielen, COVID. You got to put him outside the top 24. He's missing week 12. Week 12 on mock draft. Thielen, COVID. And then I had all these players. Miles Sanders was in there. And right away I knew it. I can't believe, and no offense to anybody that said this. I'm not mad at you, but I can't believe the slander on Miles Sanders. As if Miles Sanders has done anything to warrant that kind of comment. That's like the eyeball emoji. Can I get some eyeball emojis in the chat real quick, please? Let's get some eyeball emojis in the chat in support of this claim, this unsubstantiated, unwarranted, undeserving claim that Miles Sanders, eyeball emojis please, let's let it rain eyeball emojis for at least a minute out of respect for this comment. I get it if you comment, hey, what do you think about Miles Sanders in the top 24, Smitty? I kind of like it. I know you don't. That's warranted. That I bro fist you for. But when you're like, how the hell have Miles Sanders in the top 24. Are you out of your mind? He's had, what, 100-yard game, three TDs, and he's been hurt. I don't know that we trust him staying healthy. Injury concern was a big concern of mine heading into 2020, which is why he was one of my biggest avoids. And he has a coaching staff who loves Boston Scott and different running backs. They've proven that they don't want to fully lean on one running back. The offense is hit and miss. Wentz looks awful. And I'm off my rocker because Sanders is not number 23 or 24 for me. I'm considering him there, and I'm off my rocker. Back on point. We got some super chats. Hold on. So, Jason, I would keep Hopkins. I didn't mean to go on a tangent because Chris Carson was not what you did not ask me about Miles Sanders, Jason, but Chris Carson I feel similar about. I don't understand the Chris Carson support. How come you're so down on Chris Carson? Who's Chris Carson? Where's he been? Why am I worried about Chris Carson? AJ Brown. I love AJ Brown. I'd rather have D-Hop, but it depends on your situation. It depends, bro. Yo, welcome to the show, Warren. Smitty Claus is in the house. Hold on. It's the Christmas season. Okay. Howard has a super chat. Lamar, Connor, Gaskin, Pittman for Mahomes and Hunt, and I was the Miles Sanders hate. No problem, bro. No problem. Lamar, Connor, Gaskin, Pittman for Mahomes and Hunt. Lamar, Connor. Yes, go get Mahomes and Hunt! What are you doing? Get off my live. Go accept it and come back, bro. Jeez. Thoughts on Eckler? Traded Rojo and Clyde for him. And Devontae Park. Also, RIP Burrow. Yeah, poor Burrow, man. I would have rather had Clyde. Traded Rojo and Clyde for Eckler. Eckler could be really good, though. I don't think that's a mistake. I just think I might potentially rank Clyde ahead of him. Because we just don't know where he's at. We don't know where. Smitty, who should I start at my wide receiver 3? Rico says Jefferson, Pittman, or Cooper. You got to go Jefferson, man. No Thielen? What are you thinking?
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
You're going to really set Jefferson during Thanksgiving week? During Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson. I'm tired. Richard Jefferson is what I said. Wait, isn't Thielen playing? No, he's not. He's got COVID. Smitty, JT Fuller or Galladay for my flex. You're gonna go with well, we got to see what's going on with Galladay. Okay, where were we? We're back on this. Henry, King Henry is your number 2 overall. You could argue King Henry and Cook are interchangeable. What I think you can't argue now, it could change, but Kamara is now the 3. And I'm not saying I would drop him any further than this. I'm worried about him, but my worry has dropped him all the way to here. That's my level of worry. I don't know that I react more than that. I think there's more risk in overreacting than underreacting. This is an underreaction to me. A substantial reaction that is warranted. A warranted reaction. Dropping Kamara from 1 to 3 is warranted. You start playing around with trading him, because a lot of you still have trading going on. I get a lot of people who are like, how can you trade? Smitty, stop talking about trading. Stop talking about buy low, Smitty. There's my red tape. I was looking for it. Why are you telling people about trades, because a lot of you trade. A lot of you have dynasty leagues. The world does not revolve around you, Bob7645. Not every league's the same as your league, Bob. And some people trade year-round because they play in baller leagues where people have big brass balls. They put them on the table, and they don't care about trade deadlines or Taysom Hill's a designated tight end. That isn't fair. Mom, Taysom Hill's a designated tight end. It's not fair. What's wrong with you? Buck up. Like, seriously, I'm quite disappointed in you. If you're in the comments complaining about Taysom Hill's a tight end, you should have picked him up because I told you he was a tight end. I talked about him all offseason long as one of the craftier super flex stashes in a league where you have 35 people. Miss Smitty's like, what are you doing? I hear you. You're screaming. We're about to have a baby. I'm sorry, Miss Smitty. I'll try to keep it down. But Taysom Hill's a tight end. And look, all you're crying, Bob76545, took away, now we're crying, took away our tight end eligibility that I just wrote on myself. Took away the tight end eligibility that Taysom Hill had because we were crafty enough to pick him up, and you guys all cried about it because it wasn't fair. What's not fair about understanding your rules and knowing that Taysom Hill's a tight end? It's right in front of your face. Do we all need second place trophies? Do we need to take away first place prizes? You enter $50 to join the league, and everybody just gets their money back at the end of the season. That's fair. No one's gonna have hurt feelings. My point again, because I get sidetracked. Trading. I want trading year-round. I want no veto system in my trade, in my league, for my trades. If somebody's going to pull a fast one on Bob from accounting, that's on me for not going and getting the player from Bob myself. I'm just going to sit and cry in the corner because someone else traded with Bob, and I sat there, and he picked up Taysom Hill at tight end, and now I don't have Taysom Hill. ESPN, please take Taysom Hill's designated tight end away because it's not fair. It's a cheat code. All the complaining. It's upsetting. Okay, hit the thumbs up if you're in watching, please. Now let's get back to it. I know I'm getting yelled at here. Okay. As I was saying, where was I? Julio could miss 3 weeks. Smitty, you good, buddy? I am good, buddy. I'm good, buddy. How you, buddy? So who's our number 4? Number 4 overall? Who's number 4? Where are you guys ranking number 4? Let's pull up my rankings here. I'm going to go ahead and say number 4 is Adams. Number 4 overall. It has to be Adams, right? Adams? Who's saying Adams? CMC can't be 4. This is not Dynasty, this is Redraft. CMC can't be 4. CMC would be 1 or 2 if this is Dynasty. CMC can't be 4 because he's probably not playing Week 12. We just went over this. He's not playing Week 12, most likely, and he has a bye in Week 13. That's 2 weeks. Can't put Christian McCaffrey there. This is Redraft. I think it has to be Adams. The only question right now, which is the point of this show, is do you move Adams above Kamara? Do you move other players above Kamara? Do you move anybody above Kamara? I don't. I don't think you're crazy if you do. There's enough worry to move him 1 spot, maybe 2. But you start talking about moving Kamara outside your top 5 based on Taysom Hill. We don't even know what's going to happen 2 weeks from now. I think you're overreacting, and it's riskier to overreact than underreact. So that's my thought on Kamara. So I thought I'd let you guys know about that. All right, back to the control center. I don't know what you guys think about the Dolphins, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm good at putting money on preseason NFL teams to show for the Super Bowl or make the Super Bowl. I bet you, I don't know what the odds are going to be, but the Dolphins would be a good pick. Although, I don't know that Tua is going to be as good as people think. He might be good for the team, and everybody's expecting monster fantasy numbers out of Tua. Where's my mic? And I don't know that I'm going to go that far. I think Tua could be okay, could do well, could be efficient for the team, could help them win. Miami's got some good draft picks as well. Miami's going to be a team to be reckoned with in 2021. Mark my words. Go to Vegas, drop a little 5 spot, a little 5-y poo on the Dolphins to at least show. Just out of craps and giggles. There are a number of teams that will have that kind of appeal, and I'll go over that in the offseason once the odds come out, so we can pick a couple of those long shot teams, because a few years ago, or maybe a handful of years ago, maybe even a decade ago, when I was about halfway through my fantasy football career at that point, I've been in this thing for 17 years now. It used to be a team that was a long shot that would make and win the Super Bowl, like several years in a row. Ravens, it just happened all the time. I think this year coming up, you could have somebody, not this season, next season coming up, you'll have a team in the Super Bowl that no one maybe predicted would get there. A good example last year would have been the Titans. A lot of people wrote them off. They could have potentially been that team, but I think that we're going to have a team as undervalued and an underdog-like team, like the Dolphins type of team, make it to the Super Bowl in 2021. So it will be our job to comb through the Vegas odds and find what team that could be. I don't know that it's going to be this year, but next year, I think we'll find one of those hidden gem picks. I'm going to do some Q&A with you real quick, and then I'm off. And I could be kind of not so available this week. Not only is it Thanksgiving, but little one on the way could happen at any moment. Probably happened out there right now, which has probably been what the screaming's about, and I'm just completely ignoring it. I'm just doing my show. That might be what's going on, so be patient with me this week. Super chat. Sorry, I'll take a lap. Rico, why are you taking a lap? Why is Rico taking a lap? Howard. Oh, you already got your super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Dallas will never be good ever, says Claudio. Would you trade Chubb and Cooper for Kamara? Yes, I would. I like that. Buy Kamara at a discount. Take advantage of the people that, like I talked about a minute ago, are overreacting. And I think that would be a good price to pay. Swift playing this week. We don't know, probably. I would guess he will play, but we don't know for sure. I need to start 2. Deontay, Galladay, Ahmed, Connor. Should I start Eckler? I might not know if he's... Yeah, Eckler's tough to... I mean, unless you have clear direction from news wires, you got to wait on that one. But I think off of your list, taking Eckler out of the equation, Deontay and Connor. Galladay eventually, but we got to see him back in full strength. But you could go Galladay and Connor. You could go Galladay and Deontay. I think all 3 are good options, but the safest plays are Deontay and Connor, most likely. Thanks, Edits. I appreciate that. Zeke is back. Zeke might be back. A little bit of Zeke is back. A little bit. News on Julio. No, there's some concern and chatter that he could be out longer. Let me put Stuart's super chat on here so I don't forget. Stuart, I got you right there. Julio Jones. Let me bring you the latest. The latest on Julio. Game time decision in week 12. Is the latest that I heard. I've heard a lot of people like spouting off some stuff about him. Like he could miss 3 games. Not saying that's not going to end up being true. But as of right now, this is the latest news. Let me drop this on screen for you. And 1 second. There we go. Falcons. Said Julio Jones' hamstring could be a game time decision if need be for week 12 against the Raiders. So, I don't know. I plan to be without him. Happy early Thanksgiving and early congrats, little Smitty, who's coming. Thank you. Good luck this week. Everyone go Cowboys. Thank you, Stuart. I appreciate you, Stuart. Colin says, hey, Smitty, thanks for all the advice. I'm 11-0. Woo! That's fire, Colin. Colin's fire, man. There are not a lot of 11-0 people out there. I would love to know the odds, the percentage. Because if you think about it, I have 18 leagues that I'm in, Timmy. 18 of them. Or not Timmy, Colin. 18 leagues. I don't think anybody is 11-0. I know there's a 10-1 team in 2 or 3 of my 18 leagues, but in 18 leagues I don't have one team that's 11-0. In fact, this is the year where more teams are 6-5 and they're in second place. There's like a 4-way tie for second place at 6-5 because of this COVID season, this injury-filled season. But yeah, I don't know. Anybody that has an 11-0 team in their league, let me know. Any other leagues, 11-0, speak up. Nitros' highest is 10-1 for him. Little Smitty's a CEH fan. Heck yeah, Wes. I have a little CEH jersey. I don't care what people say. Highest for you is 8-3, Avi. Highest is 9-2, 10-1. 200 points more than second. Nice work. Okay, chat, Timmy. I traded A-Rob and Jacobs for Kamara. A-Rob and Jacobs for Kamara and Chark. Keep in mind my other wide receivers are Adams, Brown, and more. What do you think? Okay, so I traded A-Rob and Jacobs for Kamara and Chark. Yes, I like that a lot. First of all, Chark is close to A-Rob. I mean, close enough. Close enough. If not, you could argue better. Some would argue better. I like Chark a lot. And Kamara crushes Jacobs in a sense. You could argue that will change. I wouldn't call you absolutely insane if you said that Jacobs will overtake him because of Taysom Hill, but I don't feel that way. And I think that would be the overreaction. I like this trade. I would have done it myself. I would have done it probably with about a 30-second pause, and then I would just hit the button. Beat Smitty in the members league. Lost in the league. I need to win. Stuart beat me. Stuart, I don't even know what league that is, to be honest with you. I have 18 of them, and about 4 or 5 of them I can't even get to my lineup in time. I need to have Grant take over all my teams. That's why I hired an intern to begin with. Grant needs to just manage it. I don't have time to check my lineup. I can't even pick anybody up. I got like 2 leagues I did. They're expert leagues where I'm playing against other big sites. And you have, bragging rights. But I worry about content first, then the leagues, honestly. And so good win, Stuart. But there's a league where you can't pick up anybody the next, 24 hours before kickoff. And it's the most annoying thing in the world. Why on earth would you limit anybody to do an ad drop after midnight, the night heading into the week? That's the most boring rule ever. Ever. That's as bad as saying, take Taysom Hill's tight end tag away. It makes me so angry. Literally. No one gets to pick anybody up after midnight. It's like you're going in for surgery. No food or water before midnight the night before. No picking up players. And I have 2 of those leagues, and I hate them. I start people on buys every week. Mr. Expert. I can't handle that. I can't manage that. I say yes to every expert league they send me, and that's what happens. Enjoy. Oh, Mr. Big Smitty lost. He's 4 and he has 4 wins in this league where I literally can't even like roster a full team each week because I don't have time to worry about this league that I didn't know they were going to invite me and then not let me add drop at my leisure. I got to get on it a certain time or I don't get anybody. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know why ESPN did that. Like, they're going to have so many people mad at them either way, but you're going to have more pushback on taking it away. Like, you can't give it, and just because of one game, he played one game at quarterback, and then you take away the tight end eligibility, which he's had all year. How many other times does a running back that has wide receiver eligibility never play wide receiver again? And I know running backs catch out of the backfield, so you could argue that point, but they don't line up or start at wide receiver. Taysom Hill still catching passes. Did Taysom Hill not go in motion and they direct snap to Kamara or whoever at some point during the game? Somebody answer that for me. And ESPN, if you're watching, did Taysom Hill not start at one play as a tight end or a wide receiver? I'm almost positive I saw Taysom Hill lined up as a wide receiver or tight end during week 11, during the game he just started and dominated. I'm almost positive if Taysom Hill ran at least one play as a wide receiver. And so the argument of, well, this running back's going to be a running back and wide receiver, which happens all the time, they never take that away once the designation's given. Avi's clearly against it. Avi, I'm not mad at you, Avi, but I'm going to put your comment on screen. He's a QB now, though. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. A running back that has a wide receiver running back designation might turn into a running back, but he still has the full-time. Did they take away Gibson's? Didn't Gibson? Who was the player that had dual? Let me see if it's Gibson. Somebody give me another name. It doesn't matter if you give the eligibility and they do line up on occasion in that formation. How do you take the eligibility away? That I don't know. Let me look and see if Gibson. Gibson is a running back. I could have swore there was a player. I'm trying to think of a player. Why so mad? Hill is terrible, Nitro says. Nitro. This is the same Nitro. And Nitro, you know you're my boy. Bro fist ahead of time before we get into it right here. Before we start scrapping. But before we start scrapping Nitro. But how is he terrible? He may not be the best quarterback ever. He may not be a long-term option. But the dude just balled out. And on top of that, he looked pretty good if you watch the game. I think he'll fill in nicely. He'll be somebody you can figure out, like talking about Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow got figured out. Taysom Hill will get figured out. I'm not arguing or advocating he's a long-term fantasy football option. But Taysom Hill he did just fine. Looks really good. For fantasy. And that's what we play, Nitro. We don't play real football. We're playing fantasy football. And I forget if it was you or a bunch of other people too. They're like, don't fall for the Sean Payton trap. Taysom Hill will get replaced in the first quarter. We heard a whole bunch of that garbage before week 11, and that didn't happen. What happened is Taysom Hill... Let me show you what happened. Taysom Hill equaled fire. That's what happened. in week 12 or 11. And now ESPN is cutting his value in half, which really blows. I have to say, not pleased about it at all. At all. All right, I'm out of here. I just want to stop in and give you my Alvin Kamara rant. Hopefully you guys don't overreact on Alvin Kamara. Hopefully some of you can take advantage of getting him on the cheap. Umberger says, don't go yet. Don't go yet. Kamara, it's MT's time to shine. Who needs a running back with Taysom Hill at quarterback? Like, yeah, grovel. Get it, boy. Thanks for the super chat, Umberger. He wasn't even...
Thank you for the super chat. May I have another?
Don't get greedy, computer. Okay, I'm out of here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for all that you do. And let me remind you that you can order a phone call from me on demand at heysmitty.com. You can always find the show at smitty1.com. My rankings are at sleeperu.com. You can also find the show at thefantasyfootballshow.com. And I wanted to also remind you that on my YouTube channel, when you're looking right at the homepage of my YouTube channel, there's a blue join button. And when you click that button, magic happens. You can join the exclusive membership where you get a private Discord channel on top of the free Discord channel that you can join at sleeperu.com/Discord. But anybody in there in the free channel, if they're a YouTube exclusive member, I open up an extra exclusive channel that I chat in. It's a close group of us, everybody in the YouTube membership group, and you get exclusive videos that I send only to those members, like training, a lot of like insight stuff, and then also you get 2 Zoom calls a week, and in a private setting you can get all your questions answered. We talk essentially one-on-one, but with, it's a Zoom call. We have sometimes 5 people in there, sometimes more, sometimes 10. We're going to grow it, and it's going to be a nice, close-knit community, and it's so you can get all your questions answered. We do calls right after the Monday night game, right after the Thursday night game. Gives you time to prep for the week. We discuss trades, whatever you want on the Zoom call. So add that membership. You can cancel anytime through YouTube. It's all done through YouTube. I will see you all later. If I don't see you because the little one comes early, happy Thanksgiving. Good luck on Thursday, but I do believe I will be live Thursday for a little bit, or definitely Friday and Saturday if I'm not, taking care of a newborn in the middle of the night. Peace out. Don't overreact on Alvin Kamara. You hear me? You heard? Don't overreact on Alvin Kamara and leave Taysom Hill at tight end ESPN, please. I'm out of here. Peace out.